YNW Melly back in court today. His attorney saying the state has not given enough evidence to this point to keep him in jail, but prosecutors say they have proven plenty that shows he needs to remain behind bars.
Oh, please don't you cry, I'm sorry. I just thought sometime I'll be home soon.
The latest outburst by the judge in Melly's court case left rappers online reacting by saying, "This is the year we see Melly set free." The judge told the prosecutors to share why Melly shouldn't be free or he's letting him out, which had Charleston White in disbelief.
The YNW Melly, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated. Yeah, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated, homie. Homie, when you take a life, homie, you ain't got a right to complain about a motherfucking thing, about being mistreated. When you done chose to play somebody.
Melly showed up in court to prepare for his trial in September, but Melly wasn't having it, as he showed up looking angry without a haircut. However, his mood changed once the judge mentioned a potential release from jail. Reporting, Melly has to make an informed decision about who he wants as his lawyers. He's been sitting in our jail for over 2,100 days.
No, but let me repeat myself. Mr. Devins has to make an informed decision about who he wants his lawyers to be. He's now been sitting in our jail for 2,159 days. So, how long would you like to be able to make that decision?
I can't determine when the investigation will be over. That's up to the Broward Sheriff's Office, but I can, as I said, I'm just asking for a week. And then I'm asking for at least a day or two. At minimum.
You decide by tomorrow. I've also reserved all of tomorrow.
The judge is surprised Melly sat behind bars since February 2019, which is why he told the prosecutors to prepare a document with reasons why Melly shouldn't be granted a bond. But knowing how the prosecutors operate, they're now investigating one of Melly's lawyers for witness tampering to delay a bond hearing. As we saw in the report, Raven Liberty is being investigated for witness tampering as Melly awaits his retrial. But what's concerning is that his lawyer may not be getting investigated, and this is just another way for them to delay Melly's trial. Although Melly's lawyers tried to help in getting a bond, they brought up how Melly texted his ex-girlfriend when the crime was going down, with Melly's phone revealing he was texting about running away from men on the street.
That would be the part where he's saying that someone just shut the car up and was trying to shoot him. So I asked him if he was okay, where he was, and he's like, there's a car coming behind him, like hiding. He was like, there's some, yeah, he's like, yeah, there's some, I think they're still out here or something. So I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. I said, well, where are Sack and Juvie? And he said, I don't know if they're in the car. I think they're.
The text suggests the drive-by was real considering the way he texted as it was happening. And to add further why Melly should get a bond is that they never even found the firearm.
So the first thing is I didn't have a firearm, so I can't know which firearm I'm going to use in order to replicate any of my tests. So I can't make tests for this determination because I don't know what firearm was used.
Okay.
But the prosecutors didn't back down easy. They stood up in court and mentioned to the judge how Melly isn't facing only the charges of taking out Sack Chaser and Juvie, but he's also facing witness tampering charges that carry a life sentence.
Filing 6 new charges against Demmons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction.
They believe Melly's been making calls from jail, telling his ex-girlfriend to not testify. As Melly's ex-girlfriend Mariah knows the truth of what happened that night, Juvie's father looked into the witness tampering and revealed how Melly communicated with Mariah.
There was this kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, but he was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person and then that person.
Saying like to me, they going through extreme measures, try to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah mom. They was using code words like Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's baby mom. And
on the witness tampering charges alone, Melly faces a life sentence. With this information being released, it answers the question of why Melly's been treated so poorly inside of jail. Because we heard Melly's mother talk about how Melly's phone and mail privileges were taken from him.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to just to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
But if Melly used the phone to witness tamper, that's why he had the privileges taken from him, meaning they will likely have evidence of him trying to tamper with Mariah. But with Melly's situation in jail getting worse, his mother spoke about how she's heartbroken and feels helpless for her son.
When you saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life, as a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
With Melly's case taking such a toll on his mother, we saw Boozy step in to see how she was doing.
She real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a...
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman.
With Melly's case being drawn out for so long, the prosecutors created a new file of evidence to ensure he didn't get a bond, which had them first talking about how Melly was close to King Von before he got arrested and did the crime. Because an O-Block member talked about how they'd meet up and what he found out after an argument with King Von. Melly went to King Von for advice on how to handle a money issue with Sack Chaser and Juvie.
Did Von really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Von was mad at me. Bro, why you put up there, bro? Walter Bam, I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
Juvie and Sack Chaser were after Melly for money. Both Melly and Bortland brought in a majority of the revenue for the YNW business. However, Sack Chaser and Juvie wanted an equal 25% split among the group, which Melly didn't want to do considering he was doing all the work. And if you know what King Von did in the streets, you can guess the advice Von would have given Melly, as it provides the perfect motive for Melly and Bortland to keep all the cash to themselves. And when the prosecutors show this evidence from Melly's phone, there's no way he will receive a bond.
The PT Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02 from Eastern Standard Time. The YNW Melly count says what?
After that, SHHHH.
Adding to the evidence, the following morning after the crime, Melly and Bortland are seen dancing and not looking sad whatsoever.
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey! No, still turned. Regardless of what happened, you already know.
But some of the most incriminating evidence against Melly comes from the Jeep they were driving. An expert investigator shares why it wasn't a drive-by, and whoever did the crime was in the back left seat of the car.
How many rounds were inside the car?
3. From the driver's side back seat.
As to the shot that Christopher Thomas, where did that come from?
Driver's side back seat.
Oh.
My determination was that this is not a drive-by, and it's based upon this picture here. The is at a stationary position when all but one of these rounds are going in. The one round that has some movement in it, which is round site L here, the is actually moving in that.
Somehow it gets even worse for Bortland and Melly as they can't stop catching additional charges, because the feds raided Bortland's house after he showed up in court one day, only to find a suitcase with notes of where certain jurors were sitting in the courtroom and short descriptions of what they looked like.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Bortland was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Bortland, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Dimmons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortland allegedly tampered with the witness.
Which is beyond illegal and one of the worst things you can do in a trial. DJ Academics was surprised that they even thought to do this.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Bortland, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Holy sh! Like, come the f on! It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro! Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. They be like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.
But this relates to how Boosie said the feds will do everything in their power to keep him behind bars. Although Melly brought this on all by himself.
Now they're putting even more charges on him, and then
when they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted him bad when they waited for that law to get passed. So it'd be 8-4.
Oh right, yeah.
You know, they waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, they could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mistrial.
Yeah.
That made me like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, after a mistrial, that doesn't happen, really.